Yeah, I mean, I guess just stick with that kind of stuff. I mean, this has come up here. This is Ryan Garrettson again. He's like this black mandated homeless shelter on the way. The city hall confirms. Have you heard about this?
The what's on the way?
A black only homeless shelter, black mandated.
I'm okay
Not
with it.
not only with all this will this be all black residents, but only black employees will be working there. They're also making an all indigenous only shelter. There you go, Darren. You got a place if something goes wrong in Grand America. You got a indigenous only. Segregation and discrimination alive and well. So I was looking at this Substack because this is what brought it up as well. So I thought I'll just play a little bit of so we don't have to keep reading. But Canada's concrete examples of racist government policies, black only homeless shelter. So it wasn't just like a meme. It seems like it's happening.
We see so much about the story of race and gangs and slavery and discrimination. Not really. I mean, obviously we weren't perfect, but we were the destination for the Underground Railway of runaway slaves. We were the free place. You'll remember that it was the British Empire, of which Canada was a part until 1867, that was what effectively ended slavery, first ended the slave trade, and then ended slavery itself. Canada benefited from that. We never had slavery. So please help me understand this, as published in the Toronto Sun newspaper. Great story, by the way, very well researched, and I'm glad they published it. The headline is this: Black mandated homeless shelter on way.
Does mandated mean that like just the blacks have to go there?
I know that doesn't make sense, does it?
Toronto officials are taking applications until Friday for City Council's new black mandated shelter, where everyone from employees to the homeless could be excluded on the basis of race. Oh, that's lovely. Going out on a limb here, non-black people will still be deeply involved by having to pay for all this. So don't worry. If you're not black and worried you'll be shut out, you'll still be included. Your taxes will, at least. Let me keep reading. City Hall has also decreed that experience in running a shelter is not a requirement for those submitting applications. Oh, really? Well, what could possibly go wrong? Quote, the city's Shelter and Support Services Division says the new shelter will help make Toronto's services reflective of the diversity of the city, but offered no specifics as to where it would go or when it might open. Diversity, eh? I thought diversity meant variety, not just one race. It might be clearer to understand if someone had proposed a whites-only homeless shelter. Would anyone call that diversity? But no one is that racist, except this is exactly the same thing. I'll keep reading. A city document says Shelter Services is developing, quote, at least one black mandated shelter by 2033.
There's too many jokes. I mean, there's too many jokes. I just got to keep my mouth shut.
2033, that's 8 years from now. It takes 8 years to build a homeless shelter.
What's that?
I can tell Ezra's having a hard time not cracking some of them.
8 years? The whole Second World War wasn't even 6 years. Well, of course it takes 8 years. You see, there's so many important people who are in the poverty industry. And of course, we have to go through their processes and their consultations. You see, a lot of very important people have to have very important meetings for which they're all paid. It's not actually about homeless people. It's about people who profit off homeless people. That's very different. I'd even put the mayor of Toronto in that. Despite her dressing up for Caravana here, she's actually not black herself. And I guess she would be banned from the homeless shelter if things don't turn out well for her.